This is Google Pixel 9a with Gemini. It's free at Verizon, with plans starting at $30 a line. And this is Nicole asking, where the heck are you? And Gemini helping you respond in the style of Shakespeare. Get Google Pixel 9a on us and our new 3-year price lock guarantee with plans starting at $30 a line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's early. It's early.
the GOAT, the man,
What?
who alongside others in the Attitude Era, but in a big way, put this business on his back and carried it to levels that nobody in the history of Earth could think of for the WWE. A man, because of his bald head and his big brain inside of it, and his jean shorts and his ability to speak to the common man, made the WWE the most famous thing on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, hero, icon,
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Can I hear everybody?
Hello,
Why?
Steve.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
It's good to be here.
Why?
I grew up watching your show on TV.
Why?
Are we going to do that today?
I had a chance to see you, first time meet you, grew up watching you. I've told you this personally, I'll say this publicly with you around. I grew up in a blue-collar community. I grew up with parents that hated authority. I grew up in a town that loved to drink beer. I grew up in a town that Stone Cold Steve Austin influenced every single Monday night. You are the hero, the legend in my eyes, and I would like to let you know, thank you for coming on the show today. And thank you for being so kind whenever I get a chance to chat with you. I remember we were in Dallas day before, and I got a chance to meet you. It was one of the coolest moments of my life. And I said, I can't wait to be in the building when the glass breaks. And this place goes absolutely apeshit. First time ever in Dallas. And you said, oh, I hope, you need to know, for the rest of your fucking life, anywhere you go, give me a hell yeah. Forever. Thank you for what you've done for our life.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. It sounds like you grew up in a hell of a town. And on that same note, man, if you're saying, hey, thank you to me. Hey, thank you guys. God dang, how you try to give it back? These are the greatest fans in the world. You know that.
Absolutely.
God dang, I got to tell them. Thank you. Appreciate you guys so much. You know, God dang, Pat, it's been a while since I've been around. Last time we saw each other was Dallas at that, what, WrestleMania what?
38.
But it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
It's like every time you come back to something like this in the world of WWE, you just wonder, hey, will those fans still remember? And hell, they never forget. And hell, I was in the hotel the other day, and you got these kids 6, 8, 10 years old, and they got no business, you know, even knowing about Stone Cold Steve Austin. I left the ring in 2003, but it's like I never left. So it's just great to be remembered. It's great to be here in such a positive universe.
You've earned it. You've earned it with everything that you did for the company, and every time you come back, we all get excited. And you heard them chanting one more match or one last match. You had one a couple years ago in Dallas with Kevin Owens, obviously, and I think all of us were impressed by the amount of shit that you did in that match. I don't think anybody was expecting that much. Then there's been rumors, basically every single big PLE, hey, Steve Austin, Steve Austin, Steve Austin. Because of how popular you are, everybody wants that to happen. How much do you think about that at this stage of life? You're in great shape. I know you're doing four-wheeling at a very high level. How much do you think about wrestling still? And do you ever get in there and, you know, see if the old ass could take another, another drop down stunner.
No, I don't think about anything like that. I've kind of moved on down the road, and don't get me wrong, the competitive side of me, which kind of transfers into the racing that I'm doing now that you spoke of, I want to be the best at everything that I do. And, you still go back and you watch these guys and the gals in the ring in the WWE, and you think, hey, man, I could have gave Kevin Owens a little bit more than what I had. And sometimes you think about it, but, hey, man, I think the time right now for the people in the ring, it's for the younger generation. That's for the young men and women that are out there on the road. I leave it to them. And they've taken it to a great place. The business has grown to something that I never would have imagined. So, my days of, don't get me wrong, I can still whip some ass.
Why?
But I'm not looking to get back in the ring at any time.
Why?
In the future.
Why?
Because
Why?
these young cats
Why?
need something
Why?
to shoot for.
Why?
Stone cold.
Why?
Don't need
Why?
to beat
Why?
nobody's ass
Why?
anymore.
Why?
And that's the bottom line, because I said so.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. Dak going for it, and he fumbles. Brilliant recovery with the Lowe's app.
He always delivers.
And so does the Lowe's app. In-store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
Still got it. Now, you mentioned the young cats, and you mentioned the current state of the business being into place. Do you follow, and what are your thoughts on the current state of the business? Because there's always, I think Triple H just did an interview talking about it. In basketball, there's a lot of conversation about the older generation versus the younger generation. Football, same exact thing. Older wrestlers viewing younger wrestlers. You, GOAT wrestler, viewing the modern, kind of generation of wrestling. What are your thoughts on the state of where the WWE is right now?
Man, as far as I could see, I follow more on IG and stuff like that. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but God dang, the business is cooking. The houses are full. The fans are excited. The talent has taken the game to a level. It's like everything, the evolution of sports, shoot sports. But wrestling has done the same. It just keeps getting, faster. The kids these days are better athletes than we were back in the day. So I just think that they're doing a great job.
They weren't, dude.
Well, that's something I got to chip out there because, walking around out there with a couple of knee braces, I did pretty damn well.
Yeah, but think about their bodies with 6,
Wide.
7,
Wide.
8,
Wide.
12,
Wide.
24,
Wide.
31,
Wide.
42.
Wide.
Beers in their mouth and in their system while having to operate. None of these hangovers for 3 weeks nowadays, as opposed to working the next day. You're a different type of athlete, brother. I think you need to understand that.
Man, life on the road was so good back in the day. I take a story to tell these people out here. It was WrestleMania in Dallas a couple years ago, and I went out there and had that match, and then came back, and Brock Lesnar and I are pretty good friends. We never speak, but we're really good friends. And we had wanted to have a drink, after the show. And no one's ever heard this story. So I had a bottle of Maker's Mark from Jerry Jones's suite up there at AT&T Stadium. And it was myself, Brock Lesnar, Pat McAfee, and Larry Heck, the trainer. And we had a fifth of Maker's Mark. This is just kind of what the business is about and what it should be. And we all started around, we were pouring that Maker's Mark whiskey in those little plastic cups. And we said, I'll piss on that. And we just started passing that bottle around. And less than 60 minutes later, that whole fifth of whiskey was gone and everybody was buzzed. And God dang, that's the brotherhood of what the business is all about. So that's what I want these young cats to understand. It's going out there working your ass off and having a good time and entertaining the people, but it's a brotherhood.
It's a locker room.
It's a locker room.
It's a locker room. You need them. In me being invited into that room, I don't know if you've heard my side of that story. So, yes, you and Brock are going to have drinks in a locker room. Larry Heck, who is a dog in the medical, whatever. I don't even called him a doctor one day. I'm not a doctor. Don't say that. Trainer, whatever it is. Yeah, Larry's been around a long, long time. Larry's great. So I get a text like, hey, come to the locker room or whatever it was. I was like, you got it. So I come walking in. I open the door, and I see you and Brock sitting there. And I was like, oh, shit, I feel like this is a big moment in wrestling history. I feel like it actually was. You two hadn't talked, right? A lot?
No.
at that point. That was like one of the first real times I could. So I walk in and I almost do like the Homer Simpson, okay, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Instead, I stuck around and the storytelling, the vibes, the energy, just everything about it is what makes like the business go. It makes a football team go. And it was an honor to be in there, but damn, that was a fifth of that. And then how many Steve Weisers? I think we had like.
Yeah, there was a lot of beer going too. It was one of those deals, man. I mean, you know, I can go, but the next morning, and I knew everybody, I heard everybody else was selling big time.
Yes.
I wasn't selling as much, but yeah, I was selling. It hurt.
Yeah, so I texted Larry and I'm like, I'm in a bad spot. And Larry's like, oh, you got to no-sell this or whatever whenever you talk to Brock and Steve. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking dead. I was puked 3 times the next day. It was an honor to drink with you. That was a dream come true. And thanks for stunning me. You know, there's no reason for that. We were having a good time. We're having a good time. We're drinking some beers.
Right.
We're serenading the crowd.
Right.
We're in Jerry world.
Right.
We're reminiscing.
Right.
And then boom. Boom.
And dude, you took that stunner like a champ, and people asked me, and then some of the guys backstage, they know me pretty well, and they said, hey man, it looked like you shot with that stunner on McAfee. They said, what was up? And I said, yeah. I said, anytime them damn football players come over and try to get in our world, you got to show them what's up. Yeah. So yeah, I laid that shit in on him. And the last I heard, I thought I dislocated your jaw, messed up a couple of C vertebrates. I hit you over here on this side, caught you with a liver shot with that big boot.
Yeah.
And I heard you was just all fucked up.
Yeah, I was, yeah. Hey, that's what happens whenever you drink with a Texas rattlesnake. You know, that is a possibility. But yeah, the neck was stunned, obviously. Jaw had a couple there, and I was.
But no animosity back towards me now, right?
Never. You're Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Cole has a question for you, Steve.
Well, actually, I just want to thank Steve because I wouldn't be here today without you. I mean,
how do you figure that?
Well, first off, when I started, I was the butt of all your jokes and all of your interviews and all of your certain things that you did. Then you beat the shit out of me one night where you knocked me out with a punch and then kicked me in my kidney to wake me up. And then you gave me the honor of being the special guest referee for a match that was voted the worst in WrestleMania history, me versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah.
But you actually agreed to be the special guest referee of that match, and I'll forever be indebted to you for that. I mean, coming up in the business with you was incredible.
Man, but I got to say, I mean, because of the state and of the business and where we were in that year and what Stone Cold was, I had to lay that ass whooping in, and that's all serious. That was protecting the business, and you took it like a champ because I truly did beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Hey, way to go, Cole. Way to go, Cole.
Thank you. Hey, you know, also, Wade Barrett, who's a commentator with us now, Wade and I frequent your brewery in El Segundo.
It's a great place to go.
It is phenomenal,
Yeah.
and they take care of us there all the time.
That felt like an easy fit, you and beer. Why'd you finally get into the beer game? It feels like that should have been something for a long time.
Well, it's something for a long time, and when I was, here's a story a lot of people don't know about.
You might be like the most notorious beer drinker in the history of humankind.
Probably, you know, that's something, a badge of honor.
Absolutely.
Hey, it was way back in the day, and I was running hot at Stone Cold. We were doing some beer testing with the place up in northern New York. We're about to come out with Stone Cold beer. And then, you know, we come up with a bad booking decision, you know, about me and Brock and Monday Night Raw. And I said, hey, man, F this. And that blew the beer deal up. So all these years later, of course, you know, as you know, the beer drinking's a shoot for me. I grew up drinking beer my whole life. And, you know, in college, when you're starving, drinking the shittiest beer that you can afford.
Absolutely.
Lone Star.
So, yeah.
PBR, Natty Light, Busch
I'm
Light.
not going to name any names. But anyway, I'd always wanted to get in the beer market, and I started seeing about these craft beers. I said, man, what the F is all this craft beer stuff? Because I figured that was for the snobs.
Yep.
And so I started drinking a bunch of pale ales and stuff like that, and I kind of tried one of those IPAs, India Pale Ales. I said, man, that's a little too hoppy. I went back to the Pale Ale, and I said, man, that ain't hoppy enough. And so I went back to the India Pale Ales, the IPAs, and my manager at the time went to high school with Rob Croxall, who owns El Segundo Beer Company, and he put us together. We liked each other, saw the same vision for great beer. El Segundo Brewing Company is known for making great IPAs, West Coast style. So we hit it off, and I've been in it. This is an interesting year for me because 2025.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Peyton Manning. I'm also Calculate Manning. Yep, math checks out.
I've been in the beer business 10 years with El Segundo Brewing Company, and it was a match made in heaven. We're proud of our beer. You know, we're craft beer. We're not the biggest. We're competing with the bigs, but our beer, we make some good fucking beer. And I'm also, this year, I celebrate my 10th anniversary with Kawasaki Motorsports. So just milestone, 2025 has turned out to be good. And here at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, I don't like to leave the state of Nevada too much because this is my home. And coming down for it, we were just here last month at the Met 400, and I finished that race. We had a lot of problems and broke down, but finished this race. So it's just a great year, and it's good to be here with you guys.
Yeah, but what an accomplished dude. Obviously, WWE GOAT will always be talked about as such. Anytime you walk into a WWE place, it'll go crazy. 10 years with Kawasaki, that's a long time with a partnership. 10 years with El Segundo with beer, that's a long partnership. You're an accomplished dude. You've done good, Steve. Never forget it. And as long as Steve Austin's selling beer, I got a nice little piece of information for you that you're going to want to hear. People are going to drink it, brother, and we're one of them, for sure. On that note, Hulkster has a question for you, Stone Cold.
Yeah, Steve, just first and foremost, I'd like to say from one beer magnate to one up-and-coming beer magnate, congrats on all your success, brother. I love you. You know that. I wanted to ask you, though, you know, with Mania right here, I'll tell you what, these marks have been up my ass all weekend so far. It's getting real hard. I'm about to go over the edge, and I'm going to leave a lot of people unhappy here, dude. See, show some goddamn respect, brother. You, right? I'm looking at you.
Hey, marks.
But anyway, just curious, you know, I think I saw an excerpt that basically said you were like, hey, listen, there's nothing better than being in that ring. There's no feeling that's going to, you know, get to that point with all the motorsports and everything you're doing and all that kind of stuff. Do you feel like you're kind of always chasing that feeling that you get in the ring, or is that kind of one of those things where it's like, you know what, that's the best feeling ever, dude, and I'm never going to reach that again?
No, I'm not chasing that feeling in the ring. It was just we was filming a
Okay, you expect me to believe that load of crap? You expect me to believe that you and Triple H aren't on the same page? You got
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
To the sky at 9 a.m. in the convention center in Las Vegas for the original, the official, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Good to be here, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
not going to let us work.
I know. This sounds better than anything I could sing. Not you. Obviously, you could speak much better than this, but for me...
I sing like a bird. I got a beautiful voice.
I bet you do. I bet you do, our Tribal Chief. With that being said, congrats on everywhere you go, everything you do, everybody knowing who you are, and everybody respecting what you do. This whole place showed up here this morning to do one thing and one thing alone.
Acknowledge me. There we go. It's early. I don't do it this early in the morning, so I forgot to get that out of the way. Sorry, my bad, guys.
That's a morning hit. They did want to acknowledge you. Congrats on everything, obviously, this weekend. You're not a champion, and it's not for a title, but it feels like it's for something much bigger than any gold-plated belt that you could wear on your shoulder or around your waist. What are your thoughts going into this triple threat with the three biggest names of an era battling in the main event of WrestleMania?
I want the power back. I want it all back. I want that top spot back. I'm so tired of hearing Cody Rhodes running around here talking about quarterback one. What are we even talking about? There's only one quarterback. This is a tribal chief. I want to be that number one contender. I want a title. I'm not trying to be I get it. I love that you love me, but I don't want to be a legend. I'm not trying to be a Hall of Famer right now. I'm trying to be in the mix. I'm trying to hold it down. I'm trying to take the top spot and hold the power by its throat.
Yeah, and I think I was very lucky to be a part of the run where you had the title in the business by the thread.
Everybody was lucky.
It was great times. Good. It was great times. $billion deals. Look at Cole. He
hadn't even spent that money yet.
Exactly.
That thing went straight to investments. Yeah. You don't even need it yet. That's for kids.
Life was very good with you at the top. How many days was he champion?
Over 1,300 days as champion.
He don't even know the exact.
13, 16.
Too many.
Well done, brother.
That was a test. That was a test. He passed.
13, 16. But this, to me, is the biggest statistic when it comes to Roman Reigns. When he walks into the ring tomorrow night in the main event at WrestleMania Saturday, it will be the 10th time in his career that Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania. No one has ever done that.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I think at the beginning of your career, that type of stat that is now 10, a lot of these people thought this guy's getting forced into this position. This guy's getting forced into this position. I think at the beginning of your run, that's how they felt. Not me, Tribal Chief. I always, okay, I just want to let you know, always, before you were even doing this.
Yeah.
You know, when you you had the whole thing.
We missed that.
Yeah. Eat better. Yeah.
It could have been a great week if we had that vest on.
Yeah, now we got to be shredded up, Oos. Now we got to be shredded up, Oos.
Hey, nice magazine shoot, by the way.
Yeah, you look great.
Awesome.
You look great.
Awesome.
Just doing a little art.
The interview was great, too.
Yeah.
You can't pull that off, though.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I need to know about PGA 2K that I don't know? I would like to know. I played the little first preview for the new one. I haven't got it yet. I've been having fun with this game. No knowledge, brother? Alright.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Eastlake Golf Club, live third-round coverage of the Tour Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that should be just fine. A good drive there to get the Saturday round underway. The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Look out. I mean, that one came out jalapeno hot, Frank.
Using all the real estate, and now really got the work cut out to get down in 2 putts.
That could be important as we go along. A good save of par here at 1. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. The second hole is a good par 3. Elevated green, and you can see there's a large oak tree on the right, a couple of greenside bunkers, so this requires a solid strike. And if you're on target, you have a chance to make a 2 here, but it'll take a good shot. Well, that's a sensible shot right there. No need to take on an unnecessary risk. There's nothing wrong with walking away from here with a 3.
Need a little bit more pace and a little more borrow.
Now, we've seen folks hang that putt out to the right. It does not move as much as you'd think, and that goes on by. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Moving to the third hole here at Eastlake, 381-yard downhill par 4. There is trouble left with those overhanging trees and deep rough. Right center is ideal. Good shot coming off bogey at the second. That's going to be in the fairway. So now from just 76 yards away, here's his second. Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. 8 feet now for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. That's going to move him to 24 under par. Next up, the par 4 fourth, measuring 474 yards. Left center location off the tee is ideal. It's a great driving hole. Well, this par 4 fourth at 474 yards is a good chance to let that big dog eat, as they say. Full turn here, let it rip. Need a good tee shot. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, the pin, 136 is the number we're looking for. Pin on the right-hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4, and he's got it to 25 under par now. Arriving now at the 444-yard par 4 fifth, lined with old oak trees and tall pines. 2-tiered green awaits. Well, when you get to this 444-yard par 4 fifth, you know you're in Georgia, right? The old oak trees and the tall pines lining these fairways has a good feel to it. And then it has a 2-tiered green, so you need to be on point here.
Yes, sir, that's well done.
Kane cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
Yeah, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
This is a 13-footer. The run here, that a third consecutive birdie. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par. Moving now to perhaps the easiest par 5 at East Lake, 532 yard 6, reachable in 2. Par here feels like you're losing a stroke to the field though. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmail. That is a big mistake.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
He does have a bit of an incline to navigate, but other than that, this shouldn't move much at all.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Safely in for a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. So here at the par 4-7, 470 yards, you immediately know that you're playing a city golf course. We're in downtown Atlanta. You can see the views of East Lake and that Atlanta skyline. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work. And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
12 feet still to go. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Arriving now at the 8th, a 461-yard par 4. Players must avoid the 2 fairway bunkers to the right of the fairway landing area to have a better shot at this large green. And that will do just fine. From the fairway nota, this is second.
151 yards left, pin sitting back right.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Maybe gave that one a little too much credit and it missed on the high side. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he's going to stay at 26 under par. We finished the front 9 with the 218-yard 9th. Depending on the conditions, players use anything from a fairway wood to a long iron on this challenging par 3. Okay, center of the green. Good shot. Speed down the hill. Going to be critical here on this putt for birdie. That one just going to sneak on by. just to tap in there for par at the 9th. And that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par. So this 10th hole is all about positioning. It's a par 4 of 430 yards. You have a good chance at birdie if you can drive it down the left side of the fairway. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. From the fairway, 98 yards remaining for his second. Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back 9. And that's going to move him to 27 under par. 203-yard par 3 11. This one can jump up and bite you. If you miss-hit your shot, you're just a little bit offline. You can walk out of here with a bogey. Yeah, he was wanting that one to bite, but that was destined to be long all the way. Now a delicate little chip here for his second. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. He'll remain at 27 under. Now to the par 4 12th. It's a good hole. It's a short one, just 381 yards. Maybe a fairway wood off the tee. It's all about positioning and giving yourself a chance to get at that hole location and get out of here with a birdie.
So, he's actually human. A fairway miss. That one goes into the rough. I wonder what's going to happen next. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short.
Yeah, you could play that hole. That course is on this game.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. Up next, the 431-yard par 4 13th straightaway. 2 fairway bunkers on the right, really the only concerns here off the tee. Up next, the 431-yard par 4 13th straightaway. 2 fairway bunkers on the right, really the only concerns here off the tee. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Not in the fairway, but not a real problem here at the 13th, getting set to play his second shot.
Just went a little bit too far and a little bit to the right, but still, anything inside 10 feet is excellent on this hole.
Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he moves to 28 under par. Arriving now at the 535-yard par 4 14th. Like the first here at East Lake, this was shortened from par 5 to par 4 with a downslope on the fairway, though it makes it play a little shorter than its yardage. And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there.
$190-yard shot now.
Uses the spin there and holds the green, but a long way home for that birdie. This for birdie now at 14.
And this really is all about visualization. You've got to see the line in your head, pick out a spot, maybe a foot, foot and a half in front of you, and aim for that.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to stay 28 under par. We arrive now at one of the most intimidating holes at East Lake, 233-yard, par 3 15th, water right of the green, and a treacherous bunker left of the green. Accuracy off the tee is critical here. And that one needed to put on the brakes, but could not, and this will wind up over the green. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. And that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'll just take it and run to the next hole.
No. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And it'll wind up a rare drop shot. So now the start of this finishing stretch here at East Lake. This a par 4, the 16th is 444 yards, just a little bit of a dog leg to the left. You have to stay away from that fairway bunker on the right. 2 good shots, and you'll have a chance for a good 3. turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
We have 129 yards to get you to the front of this green, but it's 138 yards you'll need to get all the way to the hole. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
This one has a chance to be close.
And one of those instances where backspin actually hurts you. Just drew that ball back, but still a chance for the putter to shine.
That didn't need much more, but it does come up just about a foot short. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is. Up next, the 426-yard par 4 17. Dogleg left with bunkers and trees on the left. Cutting the corner there is not an option. This par 4 17 is not especially long at 426 yards, but there is that dogleg left with bunkers and trees there to deal with. And then you've got that cross bunker. So you can get yourself in some trouble here. You need to keep it clean, keep it on the short grass, and you have a chance to get out of here with a 4. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Getting set for a second shot here at 17. Let's see if he can finish with a good one. This ball in the rough, but a pretty good lie.
Well, it just comes up a little shy of the flag, but all in all, a good shot out of that rough.
Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. This is the final hole of the season on the PGA Tour. All that FedEx Cup drama comes to a head. The 18th at Eastlake, 579 yards of par 5. And you have a chance here with 2 good shots to finish it all off. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
So kind of an uncharacteristic result with the way that he's played so far.
Really the first bad shot today. Going to have to work very hard to make par.
That's a good putt to save par here at 18. And that's going to be a third-round score of 67. Well, here we are after one long season, one round of golf to go for one enormous prize, the richest in the game. Frank, it all